our identity relies on player performance, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know my identity was that at first. I didn't at all, like, until I started not playing well. And then I felt like my identity was gone.
What's up, Cowboys Nation? Nicole Hutchison here, joined by the walking seatbelt himself, Caelen Carson. I love that you're laughing already, but hey, I got to do it. I mean, you've already been living up to your name so far through 2 games back, battling from injury. And to be honest, you know, I think that your play has kind of flew under the radar.
As Smith lets it go, incomplete with Bowers the target, covered by Carson.
In man coverage, 1 catch on 9 targets. Zone coverage, 3 catches allowed on 5 targets. Your pass breakups against the Raiders, even your tackling was elite as well. And I got a chance to watch, you know, what Patrick Nosey Walker said with you and spoke with you about, and you told him, like, I feel like I'm back. At what moment between these last 2 games did you feel like that?
Cardinals game, like, being healthy, that was like the main thing, like feeling healthy, like my body feeling good. Not worried about nothing. Like, I feel like last year I was kind of worried about like my injury while playing, so like that kind of affected me.
Yeah, you battled a shoulder injury last year that kept you out majority of the season. Even coming back, you're ready to battle it out at the cornerback position, and then you hyperextend your knee. What brought you back that confidence? Because I remember you also saying you lost some confidence last year. What helped you gain it back?
To be honest, like during camp this year,
Yeah.
that little week that I practiced, I still didn't even feel right. So like, I think it was all just God's timing, and just really being back out there the first time during camp, it was just like I would have a good day, then I would have like a okay day, and it would be inconsistent. I wasn't really feeling it, and then once I got hurt, I definitely wasn't feeling it, and I talked to Shotty during camp. And we had like a tough, like not a tough conversation. That was like emotional for me, actually.
I want to talk about that conversation you and Shotty had, just because he had brought it up a little bit as well, saying that he kind of mentioned to you, hey, we just want to see a little bit more out of you. What was that conversation like? If you can share, you know, some of the things that he kind of discussed with you.
So, okay, that's the second conversation. The
Okay.
first conversation was during camp. And that conversation was just, I was emotional because I missed so much football like last year, and then come back, get hurt again. And I'm eager to show what I could do, and it's just not happening for me. So he basically just telling me like, you know, you gonna get your chance to play, like you gonna play football, and it's gonna come. And then about a month ago was like the real conversation. That was just like, I kind of felt like, to be honest, like forgot about, honestly. I just wanted to be coach and stuff like that. And he basically got me out my feelings. It kind of broke something down to me to where I was like, this is how you get back on the field. This is how you know, and once I got that clarification, and I just kind of went home and like changed my mindset, because I was walking around here like upset, like just because I know what I could bring to the table. I know like my talent, and it's hard when you can't show it. And it's not just because like you're not getting
there.
Yeah, it's just you're not being healthy, like all the stuff that you can't control. And basically when I talked to Shotty, I'm like, I'm gonna control basically everything that I can't control.
Yeah.
And so I left that meeting basically like, you know, I couldn't control me being hurt, I couldn't control that, but I can control like the present and the future. I went back to practice with like a new mindset to just like, if it's special teams, if it's scout team, I'm gonna run to the ball, I'm gonna give 100%. And like, it was for me, it wasn't for nobody else, it wasn't for the coaches, it wasn't for that. And I feel like once I got that out of me, like, I started feeling back myself.
I mean, you're not the only person that feels that way. That's happened to a lot of guys, you know, throughout the league, especially here in Dallas. But something that, you know, I feel, and correct me if I'm wrong, like you kind of have that, I'm not gonna budge, I'm not gonna break, you know, resilient mentality. Right. And that's because of everything that you've been through, you know, overcome throughout your entire life. Like, you know, you talk about your mom, how, you know, you come from humble beginnings. You know, you lost your brother to the justice system, and, you know, a lot of things like that. What moment of in everything that you've been through kind of best defines your journey and making who and shaping you, who you've become now?
I've been through so much life stuff, like adversity-wise, and when it came to football last year, like, when I say every piece of adversity is different, like, I didn't been through what I've been through last year. Like, honestly, like, because I would think, like, since I've been through this, I can get through this. But it didn't work like that for me last year. Last year I was battling with myself mentally because I would miss a tackle or I would not set the edge or something like that. Knowing that like it was 9 times out of 10 for my shoulder, but once I do it, next play I'd be like, I got next play mentality, and I'm gonna make the next play. I'm gonna make the next play. I'm gonna make the next play. So I'm battling with myself mentally, like the next play, next play, next play. But then you building up a whole bunch of bad plays, and it's like I don't even realize that because I keep on saying next play, because the mindset you're battling with, and it got to a point last year where I'm like, I had to sit myself down. Like I'm like, I can't go no more because I keep saying next play and it's not happening for me. But it's the competitive mindset you're battling with to basically tell you you're physically unable to do something.
So it's like when people say it's me versus me, it was literally you versus you. And when you talk about, what you learned, what's something that you learned about yourself through that adversity that you didn't know about yourself?
That no matter what, like, I feel like I'm gonna always keep going and always find a way. I'm very resilient. I knew that, but it was times last year where I didn't feel very resilient. Coming back this year and then going through what I went through in the past couple of weeks and stuff like that, it taught me a lot about myself, taught me a lot about the NFL, the game, taught me a lot about just everything.
I do want to talk about like your entire story. You've been playing football since as long as you can remember. Your mom, brother are a part of your life. You're the youngest of 7, youngest of 8.
8.
Youngest of 8. How much does family mean to you?
Family, I really feel like that's all I got.
How was that? Like, how much does your mom mean to the player you've become and the man that you've become?
My mom really showed me a lot of stuff, like the resiliency. Like, my mom, we got in a car accident when I was 2 years old, and she lost her leg. And she's been working, 2 jobs ever since, trying to provide, stuff like that. So if she could do that, I know I could. I have 2 legs, I'm healthy.
No excuse.
Yeah, no excuse.
And talk about your brother as well. He's meant everything to you. You guys are really close.
He's actually the reason why I started playing football. I remember being 3, 4 years old. He had me out there playing with all the older kids. And really, I talk to him now, and it's like he was living his dream through me. And we were attached to the hip all my life until I was 15, and that's when he got incarcerated. So,
what have those conversations been like for you now? Even how much did he help you get through what you were going through last year, and what have those conversations been like as of now that you are balling out?
To be honest, I'm gonna be real. So, last year, going through what I went through, so many people, football players, our identity relies on player performance, basically. So I didn't know my identity was that at first. I didn't at all, until I started not playing well. And then I felt like my identity was gone, and because I went through a lot of stuff off the field too. So when it comes to friends and even some family and stuff like that, a lot of people I feel like went the other way on me, And I could say he's one person that stuck by my side. He'd be like, forget that person. Because, friends change everything.
Yep.
So for me, it wasn't like I was just losing on the field. I felt like, in my head, I felt like I lost it all because I was losing friends and stuff. I felt like the support was gone because you're not this walking seatbelt. You're not, who you say you are. You're not, it was hurtful but just because the people that I cared about, a lot of people that I cared about, honestly, in my mind, it was the world. That's how I felt I can't even go on Instagram, Twitter, that's our world right now, I can't even go on that without seeing he's trash, he this, he that. I got nephews, my nephews live with me because of my brother's, he's incarcerated. So my nephews live with me. So can't go home without, football being on TV, they got phones, So they bring stuff to me and stuff like that. I'm like, I can't win.
Y'all got it bad.
Right,
Y'all got
right.
it rough.
So really throughout that whole time, this is why I was saying I was going through so much mentally on the field and off the field. He ain't never switched, never changed. Obviously, I didn't expect him to anyway.
That's dope, because y'all, and we can say it here, the fans, they love you when you playing well.
Right.
They can't stand you when you're not. And that works with friends too, which is unfortunate, but y'all are, especially for the Dallas Cowboys, playing for a team like this, it's rough. But you mentioned walking seatbelt, I already, I mentioned it before. That was a nickname that your teammates from college gave to you because you were a lockdown corner. How did that nickname push you to raise your standard? Or did it at all?
I really feel like when it was in college, I got that name as a freshman, so like, I didn't know nothing about like what was going on whatsoever for real. Like, I'm not gonna say I didn't have no knowledge of football. I did, but like, I was so raw. I'm just out there playing. Like, I'm making a lot of plays, but like, I really don't know what's going on. Like, they had basically came to me and, you know, started that or whatever. And then I just went with it for real. But I really wasn't like, it didn't change anything because I was just out there anyway.
Yeah. Well, you go on to have success at Wake Forest. You know, you get drafted to the Dallas Cowboys. Now you're playing well. What do you, with everything that you've overcome and as you look to, you know, write this next chapter for yourself, what does that next chapter look like for you as a Dallas Cowboy?
Really just showing up every day and going hard. You're going to have bad games. You're going to have tough days. You're going to have days where you don't want to be in the building. But for me, it's just like the day-by-day consistency of just being where your feet are. And really coming out here giving 100% effort. Like I said, you're going to have bad days. You're going to have plays you give up. You're going to have all that. But next play and 100%, you know what I'm saying, just keep going. Like, I don't want to ever feel what I felt last year mentally, like where I felt like my mind was. Like, I just want to, if something goes left, I want to keep my same mindset to whereas like I know I'll get back up on my feet.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Caelen Carson, everybody, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and best of luck to you for the rest of the season.
Thank you for having me.